Satan will be held accountable for all of the sins that Jesus atoned for. This is illustrated by the scapegoat in Leviticus chapter 16. I'm not going to read it because it's mentioned throughout the chapter and it's kind of long, but I'll give you a quick summary. As part of the ceremony of the cleansing of the sanctuary on the Day of Atonement, the high priest presented a scapegoat before the Lord. The high priest would then lay his hands on the head of the scapegoat and confess over it the sins of the children of Israel, putting them on the head of the goat, and then the goat would be sent away into the wilderness. This would cleanse the earthly sanctuary. And what this symbolizes in terms of the heavenly sanctuary is the sins of the saved that Jesus atoned for being transferred to Satan in conclusion of the investigative judgment. The sins of the saved that Jesus atoned for being transferred to Satan. The sins of the saved that Jesus atoned for being transferred to Satan.
To quote from the Great Controversy, the reason I'm quoting here is to again show some of the troubles that we have with this, the struggles, the stumpers we have with this. The Great Controversy says, in the typical service, the high priest, having made atonement for Israel, came forth and blessed the congregation. So Christ, at the close of his work as mediator, will appear without sin unto salvation, Hebrews 9:28. As the priest, in removing the sins from the sanctuary, confess them upon the head of the scapegoat, so Christ will place all these sins upon Satan, the originator and instigator of sin. The scapegoat, bearing the sins of Israel, was sent away unto a land not inhabited, Leviticus 16:22. So Satan, bearing the guilt of all the sins which he has caused God's people to commit, will be for 1,000 years confined to the earth, which will then be desolate without inhabitant. And he will at last suffer the full penalty of sin in the fires that shall destroy all the wicked. Thus, the great plan of redemption will reach its accomplishment in the final eradication of sin and the deliverance of all who have been willing to renounce evil. So this question has caused many to stumble from our faith, especially as you consider how central a tenet the sanctuary message is to our belief system.